And again, this is a used RV, and I expected that there were going to be things I needed to repair or replace to get things the way I wanted them. Not just necessarily working, but safe, and we're going to be good over a long term. I like to camp off grid. So, on Bureau of Land Management, BLM land. And sometimes I'm out for weeks at a time. And when it's hot or you need water, you don't need things breaking down on you, right? So I felt like they wanted me to commit to the price with no room to negotiate if I found some expensive repairs later, like the rusted water heater, the leaf springs. Well, definitely the leaf springs need to be replaced. And also, it looked like on the roof, on the DIY repairs, it looked like nobody had ever resealed anything. It looked like the original seal on all of that. So that was going to need to be done. So anyway, not being able to check all of these things isn't how responsible buying really works. So I also wanted to take some panels off. In RVs, there's panels, and you just take some screws off and you look behind the panel and you can get at different components. And sometimes in older RVs, there might be rodents in there or signs of other kinds of problems like leaking. So I wanted to do that. They were not up for that. I felt like they were stonewalling me. I'm not a flaky buyer or someone wasting time. I was ready to move forward as long as the RV passed basic checks. And even if it didn't, I just wanted to know that before I committed to the price they were asking for. Maybe I wanted to negotiate it down by saying, hey, I know all of these things need to be done. This is what the standard cost is for an RV in this condition, right? It didn't look bad from a cosmetic standpoint, and it was very cute. I liked it, but there were some things that probably needed to be done. But I felt like they didn't want me to look at this too closely. And that's when I knew this wasn't the right RV. It might have been the right RV actually, but it was not the right dealer. So if you're shopping for a used RV, don't be afraid to walk away if the seller makes inspection harder than it needs to be. You're not just buying a vehicle. You're buying your future weekends, road trips, and maybe even your home. You deserve to know exactly what you're getting into, and you should be allowed to personally see and test those things if you really know what you're looking for. And I may not know a lot about RVs, but I know some things, and I know the things I want to look at. Once I've looked at that stuff and I feel like I still want to go forward, then I'm going to pay for an expensive inspector, but not before then. And they just were not up for that. So let's just say that it's a huge nationwide dealership, and its name is a primary color and the thing that you hold in your hand to find true north. They have kind of a medium reputation. Like, some people have had some really horrible experiences and other people have had some okay experiences. So, that's how RV dealers are these days. I'm not going to say that RV dealers are sketchy. I'm just going to say that they're being forced to sell new products that aren't necessarily that great anymore. The quality of RVs have gone way downhill, and so I think they've come up with some interesting ways to get sales completed.